Welcome back to Workers and Resources. Today we will hook up our water purification area. Get the... Well, first of all, I want to be notified if this ever stops production, because it shouldn't. It always draws water for the factories over here, so it should always make more water. Other than that, we need to switch over the water trucks to... we switch them over to the scrapyard, but what I wanted to say is we need to switch over the technical services to the water supply station, so that we may not import water anymore. We could also make a sewage unloading station. I think we will do that, so we don't have to have a sewage connection in every little town, but rather like use unloading instead. That will be really helpful. But let's get the technical services sorted first. I don't know if they have all the same assignments. I assume so, but I am going to copy everything manually, I think. Let's put the overlay to 3 kilometers. Already got that one. And this one. We're not going to do the western border. The western border is autonomous on these issues, so we will not change any settings there. And I will not carry water to the western border, that's fine. We don't need to just the ruble imports pretty much need to be increased. Like, the amount of ruble expenses need to be reduced, sorry. So we will probably put in... Well, I guess we are hooking that one up. We will put in a sewage unloading station over here. And we can hook up the heating plant to the piping network. I don't know if I have water and sewage here yet. Doesn't look like. So that one also needs to be built. We definitely need a steady supply of water in this area. And the building itself is a little bit too small to hold all of it. So we'll get that set up. Hook it up to the sewage switch. I don't think there's going to be any other connection here from that side, but there might be one from this side. However, we do have a sewage switch over here, so if we want to get more connections in, then we can do that on that end. And the other thing we will put down is the sewage unloading station. And we'll do that over here. Next to the heating plant, vehicles can drive off the main road. Go to this place. Get the sewage unloaded. And we'll do this. It has electricity, it doesn't need anything else but the sewage pipe. Well, maybe there's a town. No, I don't think there's gonna be a town up here. I was pondering that for a while. But then again, there's a lot of space. There's gonna be farming, maybe it... no. Heating plant and power plant are so close together. I will put in the sewage switch though. It looks like they are so close that It probably deserves a sewage switch in this area. And it's not that expensive. And then we'll have something in case we change our mind. Tunnel is above terrain. Well, there you go. And then you hook up in here. So that'll be the sewage drop-off point for all the technical services, should the town or road not be connected to the sewage network. And then at some point we can hook them up to automate things, but as long as the truck deliveries work fine, that is also not a problem that much. Where do we go from here? Well, we needed more money. We are spending quite a bit of money on loan repayments. So we are stuck in that loop again. Our coal production has started up again. That one can definitely be increased. Maybe getting a few extra migrants to start this up again would be helpful, since we have a school in this area which can deal with that. We'll fill this area up with migrants from third world countries and get them to work in the mines again after they received an education and healthcare. And maybe a round or two on the carousel. Let's check that the ambulance has fuel. It does. I don't think I have a gas station over there, but there's one over here. And this should be within 2 kilometers of range. We should be fine. Alright, let's keep going. I did unlock 2 extra researchers last time because I built Pidansk. Still have to make a decision on that. Pidansk has very few people living here. I also haven't hooked up the water and sewage yet, I just realized. I wanted to have a footpath go down this way, but that is not something that we will do. We will instead just put water and sewage up here. Get those set up. So we don't have to have deliveries to every little bit of area and get them built really quickly. So we'll use dirt roads first, dirt footpaths, and then get the building set up. Move some water in, and then we'll upgrade the footpaths to look the part. Water consumption is really low in each building, so there shouldn't be any problem with that. Okay. Sport, culture, enjoyment, kindergarten. As I said, I don't think we need a kindergarten here. We might have to increase the amount of workforce in this area at some point, maybe building one of the larger residential buildings here, which will handle pretty much everything. We'll plan that out and have that available for the area. Everything that would be 50 extra workers to work anywhere. The small buildings are assigned to each individual work site where they need to go to. And yeah, that should be good enough. There are 50 extra workers to staff everything pretty much. Should fill all of the workplaces. So, research. I'm very fond of getting the pollution monitoring station into the second pollution reduction research going. Help our citizens more. Alternatively, we could try and boost loyalty with a bigger monument, or go into better houses. That is also something that we should consider. Better houses would cram more people into the same area. We could go for a bauxite study. See where bauxite is available and mine a new resource. But I think on the money front we are probably going for meat production and exporting some meat. Still need to set up a town for that. And the research will be, I think, the pollution monitoring station. Then we can make a decision on if we need the pollution filters or maybe start going towards either bauxite, our own prefab panel buildings, or maybe even finally some electronics for our citizen. But yeah, let's get the pollution monitoring station up. And get one situated near each area. Oh no, never mind, I already made a decision. We are doing waste disposal. I forgot. Well, that's also fine. That's right, yes, I remember now. Okay, we were intending to make an incinerator for electricity over here to earn us some money. Now I remember. All waste incineration should happen here. Next to the highway with parking for workers that want to work here. We'll just hook it up to the electric grid. And see if we can operate this. Downside of that is that it will need protection by a fire station, which might be too, it is very likely too far from our fire station in between here. So the incinerator idea will need a small town with a fire station in the area. Just a town dealing with the fire station, nothing else. And they would need a heating plant. Or I can try to... No, the incinerator also needs to be covered. Ah, that's unfortunate. Well, looks like we'll have a town over here on this outcropping, having a fire station. And that shouldn't be a problem, just a distribution office, supplying a town area here with a few workers, some of which will own cars, or get to own cars, which means we might have to have a car dealer. Or we can just relocate some cars here. But most importantly, they should work local in a fire station surrounding this area pretty much. This will end in an electric substation. We'll have a high voltage switch in the area, which will lead into a transformer, as you do. And that will supply power to the area. The nearest switch is here. We did use an underground wire to get underneath the Seni. We could start using higher voltage wires. But I think we'll be fine. Okay, so we will set up the road with the fire station first, bring in some microbuses with workers for the fire station to make sure nothing burns down. And once we have a fire station that is operational, we can then build the transformer and hook everything up. Let's wait for the road to get constructed. And then we'll hook all of these up. So, waste incineration first. Energy from waste. No waste separation, no nothing else. Energy from waste. And that's going to be useful. Then we'll have fewer waste trucks going to the customs house. We could have centralized waste collection points on the main road, which they then get pulled into the incinerator. Or each technical service still has to go all the way to the incinerator. It's not that much longer of a travel, but it is a little bit further than the customs house, especially for places like Karabadak. So the technical service over there that might get a workout. So maybe we'll set up dedicated waste loading facilities. I do wonder if I use a garbage transfer point with a road cargo station, if that one could load waste. Because then we could just use that. Have up to 4 vehicles on a direct route, always picking up all the waste. Ideally I would like to use trains, I think. Trains are very high capacity volume. And yeah, wouldn't really need to do much for that, to have that in place. But our network, our infrastructure is set up mostly for road connections. I didn't really plan or leave any room for rail. And reworking everything for a train, I don't feel that that's a good idea. Regardless, we'll construct what I said. A road over here into transformer and a switch. And then set up town in this area. I don't think I need a bridge here. I think this connection will be fine. If a vehicle comes down this way, it can just do a left-hand turn. Not much traffic planned here. If it ever becomes an issue, we can maybe maybe a tunnel underneath this and connect it here. That would actually be quite cool if I use that as an alternative. Let's do that right away. Let's make a small tunnel. Oh yeah. Why not? Yep. I think that's actually pretty cool. We'll get started on that too. Not very urgent. Low priority for the tunnel. Not sure why I'm doing that right now, because like we have significant money issues potentially. Oh, we're also replacing our vehicles now, so we are paying for fresh sets of vehicles. Let me queue up a few, like, add dump trucks to the queue until we've produced a few. They will take a lot longer than personal vehicles, but if I have like 2 or 3 dump trucks in storage, which I should still build, then I would feel much safer. We'll set up an additional storage for industrial vehicles. I'll take out another loan. We'll keep the 2 million. Should last us a little bit. We'll build the tunnel later. The road we can already build since almost all of the materials we are making ourselves. But let's wait with the tunnel until we have these as one-way roads and this actually makes sense. Because it will only be... Well, I guess if a vehicle comes down that way... Oh yeah, they can just do a left-hand turn here. Okay. Almost winter again, and by that I mean almost harvest season. That's when winter starts. Too late for sowing, winter is coming. We do have enough crops. I should also plan out the town that deals with the meat production. And maybe that is the one that will be here. I already said that this might be the case, that like it would be over here. I was fearful for the pollution generated by the heating plant, that it might be too close. We'll have to see. Once we set up the town that deals with the fire station for the incinerator, we'll have another research and then we can get a pollution monitoring station down and make a decision. Some meat production for us would be quite nice. I hope I don't cause too many workers to move into this area with this building, but we should be okay. 50 workers. There's an extra 3 here, so that's 9. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Like the shopping centers on their own can hold more than 3 work shifts full of a total of 50 workers. Cars are starting to be sold into this area. People are picking up some set of wheels. And yeah, harvest season has begun. Nothing is connected to that road yet. At some point we will probably need more fields. Once we have the town for meat production, that's very likely. Our import on meat last year was very high, 300,000. Definitely need to reduce that. And also fabric. The fabric factory will make sense at some point. Doesn't need to be close to the clothing factory, just have it somewhere and do the delivery of fabric from here instead of the customs house. Fabric consumption is not that high, as long as we don't crank up the production here too much. The clothing factory could be moved at some point, that is also still an option. Reducing overall pollution in Karabadak. But now with the heating plant shut off, we should probably be in a better position. Aggregate storage on fire for quarried stone. No problem. Let's make sure that our industries are producing with the water they should be receiving. Not a lot being done in the distillery, apparently. Also very low water consumption for some reason. Not sure why that is. Food factory uses way more water. Okay. And yeah, production of the food factory is fine again. As long as we have enough people in here, they seem to be leaving again, we should be okay. I have to top off the amount of workers in that area every now and then. We'll be fine. I don't know if anything is going to be on one of these islands. Looks kind of touristy to me, but I don't really want to go into tourism. I don't know. Could have an off-road with a bridge going across and... Well, for now we'll only need a fire station. Need to worry a little bit about quality of flats, so... one, maybe two of these buildings. And then another small town area around here. Similar to our water production facility. Maybe car owners, maybe just a building with a bunch of cars and then they drive into... They can't reach. It's already 2.5 kilometers on a direct route. So they will have to have everything. But yeah, let's get an incineration plant set up. They could have some cars to also work in the incinerator. They can't reach... Maybe they can reach the heating plant area and the scrapyard to assist in that location. But if they can just reach the incinerator, that would be good enough as well. Can't believe I forgot about the waste incinerator that I had planned out last time. Well, thankfully I didn't trigger any accidental other research. We're almost done with this one. 2/5 of the way there. We're keeping education to only our most loyal citizens, which should help a lot. Not gonna do an excessive amount of construction, but I do need that other settlement. After which we will have to set up a meat production plant. Either behind the heating plant, next to Svitkov, the power plant, maybe here. Or maybe in between the incinerator and Slobodatsk over here. There is a decent bit of space here and there shouldn't be any pollution issues. But as I said, with the new village/town in this location, we're going to get the pollution monitoring station first. And then we'll see. And the crops will have to be carried from our farm over to the meat production plant, wherever it may be. It should not be a problem. There is a pretty high consumption rate at full production. 20 tons of crops. I mean, alternatively we have it connected here. I also said that at some point we could just have it directly on the grain silo. And then we don't have to worry about transportation of crops at all. I have a settlement here with walking distance to the livestock hall and a slaughterhouse next to it. That's probably the easiest setup. We'll have it next to the farm area. Just need to make sure that a train can still come out of this area and hook up to somewhere. So we'll leave this area free. That's probably going to be the footpath crossing along here. Yeah, I think that's what we are going to do. Livestock hall into directly a slaughterhouse. Producing a ton of meat into a frozen storage. Meat storage. And then any refrigerator truck can come here and pick up from this area. And we just need to worry about hooking this up with workers via a footpath. Could use this road to avoid like any interference. It's very flat over here, so that shouldn't be a problem. We'll upgrade all of these to asphalt. Got our sewage unloading station already. We will still upgrade this to asphalt. And once all of them are upgraded, we'll hook up the sewage unloading. From all the technical service to that area. We'll probably place some rails just to make sure everything is in place. And yeah, a footpath into these buildings. We'll need electricity, which won't be a problem. Well, maybe. But there should still be one slot free here. No. Oh, we have a high voltage switch. We could make another transformer. Get a connection from here into this area and hook up some more residential stuff. Which is what we will have to do. And this will leave enough room for train connection, and we should be able to make a pedestrian crossing over the road slash train tracks. Unemployment too high because 7 people have to take care of their children. And some new people have moved into this building already. Very good. Water has been delivered. Sewage tank is available. Very good. I still don't think I need a kindergarten for this area. I hope it doesn't bother them taking care of their children and not working. I have to wait for the pollution monitoring station. But the town is probably going to be up here, next to the hill. This also has a connection to the water distribution for the area, so everything is already in place. Makes it very convenient. Water, sewage. The only thing missing is electricity for the storage down here. And then the village. Oh, wrong title. Thank you very much. Let me get that sorted out. I forgot I was racing. No wonder. Thank you. Fixed it. Should be fixed. I didn't notice it because Stream Elements wasn't responding, so I didn't look. Got that corrected now. Welcome to the stream. Today we're setting up, planning to set up a village here, which will deal with the fire station for the incinerator area and the transformer that distributes power. Will probably be a bit of a shorter stream. I do intend to see if there's any racing going on in an hour or maybe in an hour and a half. but that is still up in the air. Where's the transformer? It's over here. I don't think I can go over the bridge. Oh, I can go over the bridge. Cool. Oh no, not racing. I can't learn and watch a racing game. Well, I'm doing that mostly for my own entertainment, because I really like racing. I really like driving old cars in that racing game. Even though not a lot of other people do, I do. I'll probably have to switch across the road. Nope. Also, no. Okay. Electricity for the area, above ground wires, bunch of steel. Gonna be costly. Yeah, that wire is fine. Then a transformer down here. But first a small fire station. We'll get the layout set up, build the fire station, get a microbus route to fill the fire station with workers, and then we'll set up all the other buildings. Alright, I'll set up a kindergarten. I don't want to get complaints all the time for people not working. Haven't even set up a school here. Get some footpaths set up. Make it look like it belongs here. The heating plant impedance I don't care about. It should produce most of the time. It does have a dedicated truck. Should always have coal. Sometimes no workers in there, but it's fine. Slobodlatski heating plant should give me messages, but I can't really do much about it. If people don't want to drive there by car, what the hell am I supposed to do? And the incinerators are done researching. Come on, I just said they would be done. Thank you. I would like an incinerator for power production. It can incinerate 60 tons of waste, same as the large incinerator, but it generates less pollution. What? We got an electricity issue? Not sure. Okay, distance from the incinerator area to the parking is 430 meters. We'll need some nice long footpaths. The incinerator will probably hook up to this road. So we have the tunnel already in place. If someone wants to drive over there from this side, they have to go down here into the tunnel and get in there. But any vehicle coming from this side can just do a turn here, turn off. I did not test the priority of connected dumps. Did not do that. Hello, Low Runner. Good afternoon to you too. Welcome. Let's align it with this. A little bit of a longer distance here to not have to use another power pole in the end. Just for aesthetics. And yeah, the road will connect over here, I think. And I guess we could have an off-ramp here, but they can just do a double turn. I mean, it's mostly for deliveries anyway. I do need to leave enough room for the delivery points. Not sure if that one can still hook up. Might have to make the room a little bit wider. The road, give it more room. And yeah, one storage will be a drop-off point, one storage will be a pickup location. Not sure which one will be which yet. This is definitely not a consistent power supply. But it will be the start of our national waste incineration. Really? Well, I mean, we could also just only have one waste drop-off. If it be like that. Or maybe if I build the connection first, it will then still allow me to connect this? It will. Doesn't need electricity, it will generate its own, but it will need water and sewage. Come on, heating plant. You can pull through winter. I believe in you. Maybe Slopolatsk will get its own prison, and then we have a dedicated bus route to the heating plants to make sure that doesn't become an issue. Power plant's still cutting off every now and then. We are running electricity imports, so that is not a problem. I think the idea of a prison in Slopolatsk to deal with our critical infrastructure is kind of bleak, but I think we have to do it. We'll have some water and sewage on the edge of town, and then people will be carried to the heating plant back and forth. Alternatively, we have them live right next to the heating plant. But that would mean that we would then need workers for the people to run the prison, so no, they will live over here. some building can reach this to work. I wanted this to be more residential area, so I guess it kind of fits here anyway. Small corrections facility. Still have to upgrade all of these footpaths. Alright, okay, sure. I thought I didn't release shift, but apparently I did. We'll get the corrections facility set up, get some microbuses, some prison buses assigned, and carry them into the heating plant to ensure us a base level of like fire safety. Fire safety, heating safety. What's wrong with me? It's not too warm today, but still my mind is kind of off. I'm thinking about the next thing to do and then I'm saying it out loud. That's not ideal. But yeah, if we have some prisoners working here consistently, then we have at least a baseline of heating, which would be nice. The road construction is done. We will need our fire station over here. The fire station should be on the edge of town, so it can reach these locations more quickly. So that one will be somewhere over here. And once we have that in place, we can hook up everything else. Like a transformer and other facilities. Still waiting on the kindergarten in this area. Looks like the people over here are making a lot of children compared to the amount of people that live in these buildings. Also, this is following up with a lot of people moving here for some reason. Not sure why it's that popular, but I don't mind. So, for this area, I think maybe one or two of these large buildings to deal with a fire station. Fire station being the most important thing. And then the rest of the town can develop around that. Two houses? Yeah, I think 2 houses is good. Small shopping center will be okay. With a warehouse. Okay, there's there's a snapping point for a footpath here. Excellent. I think just a small warehouse is enough. Oh, we'll go for that. Yeah, a small warehouse. Not going to overdo that here. Is the footpath still possible? Yes. Need a pub. Need a clinic. Sure, I'll put the pub here. Cinema will be necessary, yes. That one does not need a road. Outdoor sports activity. Maybe even a beach. Don't intend to pollute this. Cool. Clinic. Kindergarten. Small one will be enough. What else? Water, sewage. Yeah, we're building a kindergarten. I don't think anything else. Heating plant. Can't forget about the heating plant. And we'll get this area set up. Fire station first. And once it completes, we'll send some microbuses here to supply workers to the fire station and ensure that nothing burns down prematurely. We'll set up a free vehicle depot. Get some microbuses ready. 4 of them will probably be enough. Doesn't have to be microbuses. I mean, we could also use these ones. 35 workers, that would be a very good capacity. But no, I think like road speed is very important for us. We'll get these. I don't want to build these facilities yet. Like, we'll wait. I just wanted them to be planned out, so everything is in place. The town for the meat production needs to be set up first. And for that we need the information on where is pollution and where is no pollution. Come on, send some workers here. Thank you. Some more workers, please. Yeah, the prison is important for us. Need to get some prison buses set up. The delivery is like, it's not too far. Like 3 or 4 prison buses ought to do it. Oh, we still have microbuses here. Well then. Guess I bought a bunch of microbuses that we didn't need. Anyway, prison buses. I mean, they will be useful to replace them at some point. Get 4 prison buses. Oh, here's a question. Oh no. Come on, more people in the heating plant. Yes, that prison is necessary. Here's a question. What question did I want to ask? The heating plant problem threw me off. Well, it's gonna come back eventually. We need to build this and this high priority, please. "23 workers without a job in this building. They're not told to go anywhere specific. Oh, something happened with the mouse here. Accidentally clicked the government loyalty, probably scrolling through this. So we do have sufficient workers in this area now. We do have actual unemployment over here. But that will probably change with the heating issues that we are experiencing. And also more cars being sold. I remember what I wanted to do. It was check if we had some dump trucks. Nope, dump truck is being built right now. We'll build a few. I will need a truck carrying the dump trucks into their own parking lot area. I guess they could just stand around here until I make an exorbitant amount of dump trucks. I guess we set up the storage for reasons. Yes, I wanted to check the construction progress of the dump truck, and they do take quite a while longer. So we'll probably finish this one, then go back to the personal vehicles after. Because it takes too long. We need more workers first. Need to increase productivity. And yeah, hopefully some prisoners to go into the heating plant. Our heating plant over here does run very successfully. with the addition of the prisoners. The fresh migrants in Vera are now working in the coal mine, up to 50 workers. Getting more coal production done. Needs to be way more, like 30 more workers in the coal mine at all times, please. More buildings are probably necessary to do that. Crime seems to be under control. I did want to move some police cars over here after the police station over here got built, but still they got all of the crime under control apparently, so pretty good. I think I'll build another house or two, get some extra workers maybe, or just restrict the amount of workers in other facilities again. Too many workers in all of these, now that everything has been set up correctly again. More workers wouldn't be bad, just worried about pollution. Need a pollution monitoring station to make a decision if I can build residential buildings here or not. It's getting pretty close to the ore processing plant. We do have some extra room up here, I guess, if I relocated this road. Money is going down pretty quickly, but that is also mainly because of the vehicle imports for the vehicle replacements that we are doing. If I sort by age, yes, a lot of dump trucks are now being replaced by the new dump trucks. And it would be good if I were producing those myself, so I don't have to pay for them. Also need a technical service in this area. There's enough room here to put one in place, which can then take over the road clearing services, water and sewage distribution, etc. I think we have the road connection upgraded to the sewage unloading station, so that now every technical service can also have its destination updated to dump sewage into said building. I don't think I need the sewage truck here anymore, do I? Maybe. This one's not hooked up. I'll wait with this connection. This might go up here and might need a sewage switch. For now, let's just make sure that all technical services go to the sewage unloading station. And make sure that the sewage unloading station actually functions and is connected. Which I should probably do before relocating everything, but we'll relocate everything to the unloading station first before taking a look. Should unload correctly. Let's wait and see. We'll monitor the sewage truck if everything works fine. It should be the last technical service for now. So no more sewage exports. No more water imports. Should save us a bunch of money. There will be chemical imports. We could try and take care of those at some point. Where's the kindergarten? Here. So this should also stop bothering me with messages about unemployment. Slopolotsk having heating issues. Can't really change that right now. We are working on a prison to deal with those problems, to make the heating a little bit more consistent. Because prison routes are not public transportation. Really need more workers in the heating plant. We still have unemployment in this area, which is actually good to see, but also kind of wrong. So let's increase the amount of workers in some of these buildings. And hope that we can get through winter one last time before we hook up the prison. You are unloading very slowly. But you did unload, so everything is working. Maybe they reduced loading unloading speeds a little bit, so it's easier to see when something is happening. I did hook everything up with a large sewage pipe all the way to the sewage discharge, so there shouldn't be a capacity issue. And electricity wise, they are hooked up, but they shouldn't need any electricity for unloading. This doesn't trigger when a truck is unloading, so I assumed this would need a pump. But yeah. Last year we exported 72,000 rubles worth of wastewater. We imported 155,000 rubles worth of water. This year none of that should happen anymore. And if it does, then, well, on the western border, yes, but not for rubles. But if it still happens, then I forgot either a technical service or a direct import route somewhere. But I don't think I have any of those. So we'll build the settlement first before we go towards the incinerator through the tunnel, whatever. I think the tunnel will be built to get to the incinerator, yes. I don't want to go across here. Want to set this all up properly and then extend the main road towards this area too. And then civilization will actually start right after the bridge, which we didn't have before then. Gonna take a while, but we'll get there pretty quickly. As long as we can get the fire station set up and some workers carried over there, we'll be fine. We have workers waiting on Slopolatsk bus platform. With the unemployment in the area, it might make just sense to have the workers be picked up from here then. And maybe reduce the amount of workers again in facilities to have more unemployment? Nah, we'll keep it. We should be okay. Some unemployment is okay. Should just not have too much. So I hope this area has 20 to 30% more workers than necessary now. As it grows, as people start owning cars, this will shift around. But another residential area down here is planned to keep the town running, while these ones all will be able to own cars at some point. That is the goal. No money spent on vehicles this month yet. I don't know if our dump truck get constructed. No, it's very slow. Don't think we built any yet. Nope. Any power outage in Swit Cove is irrelevant. It's right next to it. It is the power plant basically, and if it doesn't work, then the conveyors don't need to work. Heating in Slopolatsk is important though. We are 1 month away from the snow starting to melt. It is very cold right now. The extra workers in the heating plant will be appreciated. I think I remember we can't have them in the vehicle production plant. Prisoners, that is. Otherwise I would probably already have carried them, but I think I tested that at some point and I didn't want to. I can do that again right now. Pick a prison bus. Check a stop. Doesn't work. Heating plant works. So temperature is doubling around like 15 degrees right now, which will cause a slight increase in like hospitalizations. But our hospital is well staffed. Doesn't have any temperature issues right now, so should be able to deal with that problem fairly well. Low government loyalty is still an issue. I need to research that Red Star monument. I think we have to go towards the prefab panels, concrete kind of research tree. After we get the pollution monitoring station. I think the pollution monitoring station will give us the decision on should we go for prefab panels right away or not. And if we don't, then we could go for prefab panels, like, if it would be okay. If it isn't, then we'll go for... what was the other one? Like, either we go for a study on concrete to get to the big monument / prefab panels, or if the pollution detector says it's not fine, then we have to go for the pollution reduction. To see me. Why not go direct for radio? Well, because that would be too easy. Also, it's a lot of researches. Like, we need electronic circuits, we need to distribute that to our citizens first. Get some saturation of radios, and then we have to do a bunch of researches to get broadcasting radio signals, and then broadcasting radio influence. So 3 researches for that, plus 3 researches for the electronic components. So 6 researches in total, meaning 3 settlements. And yes, I think once we have a radio and a high saturation of electronics for our citizens, it would probably solve a lot of issues. But as I said, this is still a low-tech run, and radios and TVs are the devil. I'm trying to avoid them because I find them too easy. Trying to get as far as possible without any of those. Inform me when the prison is completed too. Thank you. I mean, we're slowly building towards this area. We still have this area to go through. And the medical university town up here could also hold the radio of our republic or TV station. I don't know if there's a benefit to having a TV station after having a radio station if both of them add together. It could hold both. This could be a very large town up there. The centerpiece. The Messina of this game, I guess, which never really happened in the other one. Also, I wonder if I can build on those hill slopes, but I think they're too steep here. So yeah, this is still self-imposed nonsense. Going for radio early is really useful as soon as you make sure you have some income. Going for radio basically means that you don't have to worry about monuments or other stuff anymore. It requires a very high amount of population to run, but it is very useful. Let me get a quick glance on if we already still exported waste this year. No. I mean, like water, sewage, or imported water. Nope. Didn't do that either. Those trucks take a very long time to build. I wonder if I cancelled the personal vehicle. I don't think I did. I think yeah, if I remember correctly, I replaced the personal vehicle inside the queue. 93 work days. We'll get a truck out soon. I know this must be painful, Sanchel, watching me bumbling around with not building any radios or TVs or like going towards steel production, but I think like industries like steel, oil refinery are very powerful once you have them. I'm trying to, I guess, low-tech but vehicle production. Like vehicle production itself is not low-tech. Anything else I do is pretty much low-tech. Like we could be doing what I do at the start of the game. So this is like trying to stay as old as possible for as long as possible. You like it? Okay. Glad to hear it then. Because it's not gonna get any better. Well, it will get better, but slowly. Still think that's one of your best and interesting runs so far. I agree. Also, I feel like all of the experience has come together to reduce issues as much as possible from like generic things, but the main challenges are from the limitations that I have set myself, like vehicles, no bus routes, no electronics, etc. So I try to run without income at all starting out, like build a working city with a small uni, then go for tech uni, then radio station in the very end. I built an oil refinery in Boom. I never had to use debts at all. Yeah, oil refinery start, steel mill start are very powerful. Steel mill will require you to set up or reduce fuel price at some point because of the high transportation cost. But an oil refinery basically pays for itself. I wonder if the meat production plant will give us a lot of income, since it seems ridiculously powerful. The profit margins seem very high. It will be nice seeing a power line when we come down this road, I think. Then here power line stops because there's a settlement in the way and I didn't want to go around, so there's underground wire. If we need more capacity going underneath, then we could have a second underground wire, allowing us to transfer the 13 megawatts, whatever. And then it goes back above ground into the border connection. Come on, how long for the prison? Bunch of resource deliveries. Alright, I guess we need to name this town. This is not Fikieni, this is a town name up here. This town, if no one has a suggestion... Oh, wait, I just realized something. Bus platform. We need a bus platform also. A bus stop, but a bus platform will be enough. But yes, we will name this town momentarily. For our students, will we need a platform here? a wire up, 5 megawatt underground wire. Really? There we go. Bus platform. Because we will need a school bus / university bus route here, heading all the way to Slopolatsk to give those citizens an education. Don't want a school or university here. That's not what this is for. But yes, they will need a university education just for the fact that small clinic needs to be crewed. You trying a run with an oil refinery at the start reminds me of my steel mill run that developed into me trying out the metro line. That was really cool. But yeah, basically once you have them set up and you are careful about the fuel price, you should be good. Those buildings are very powerful. For us, this is, I guess, coal, kinda. Coal is our money-making machine, our scheme. We haven't been in Svidava for a while, so let's take a look. See if everyone ran away. It's also nice that we are playing without like warnings about low loyalty and low happiness, but it does cause problems at sometimes where I don't realize that there are issues. Looks like everything is like full and happiness is very high. Not going to unassign any specific tasks from how I set this up, but seems everything is working very well. Just creating a little bit more encouragement to go into different workplaces. Cool. We shall replant our trees, I think. I have a hunch that we might be out of trees in this forest. Let me just check and verify. Yes, we do not have any wood in this forest anymore to chop down, so I should probably replant some trees. If you have another opinion, let me know, but for now, I think we should do that. One more delivery of bricks and boards each if we use the large trucks. Yes, we are. Well, this is not the largest truck, but still. I will only get heating warnings. I will not get a warning about like low unhappiness and people starting to run away, which I think might be happening a little bit in this area, but not too much. Once the prison is set up for next winter, this should not be a problem anymore, I think. I guess we did lose all of the unemployed workers on the bus stop. So let's take a building without any car owners and send them to the bus platform. Let's maybe pick one that does have more, less highly educated workers. And they can be picked up by our construction officers. I need to calculate bricks and boards again. The US side has some crazy transportation for those with trains. With trains? 18 happiness? Oof. 21, 51, 53. 15% happiness, temperature is low. Yeah, I mean they have temperature issues. We're working on it. We're working on it. I haven't heard any complaints yet about a warning message. So you're saying that there are very good train cars. I did find the logging industry on the western border very good. So if they have dedicated trains for that... They have covered hobot cars. Like they have oh, there are boards, okay. They have specialized cars for most things. Yeah, maybe a lumber industry would be a nice start attempt. Start on the western border and do lumber work. And some farming. Come on, send more workers to the heating plant. You know you want to. So yes, Slobodlatsk needs a dedicated prison bus route to make sure we don't freeze to death. But once this is in place, I think we'll have that. It needs to start filling up with involuntary workers first. But it should work. 99% wear. Weren't you in range of this repair station? You were not. I need a temporary solution until I get a repair station set up. That doesn't reach. Now it does. Okay, now they can get repairs. I already got really badly damaged. Imagine you can start with boards and farms on the US side simultaneously with the east side starting with clothes or something else. That would make you develop so much faster. Yes, I did start with boards on the western border, but not with farming vehicles. There wasn't much room on this map. But if you have a lot of space, then probably. The trains... I mean, we are still talking trains, and trains take a while to get started. But you only have these ones, and they do have half the capacity of that what the US-based train cars have. But the US-based train cars are like specialized on that. Okay, don't think we lost too many people. Maybe 500-ish. Let's take a look. This year, 500 deaths, 550, 240 escapes. Definitely need to recover, but it's okay. Last year, okay, we had a death spike near the end, but lower than the birth rate. Death and escape rate combined, birth rate was higher. So we just need to solve the heating issue and then we should be fine. Just a little bit of low happiness, it's fine. See, it's already back to 25. They're loving it. Like, as soon as they have heating, they're like, oh god, we're not freezing to death anymore, it's great. That will not finish it, but get close to. It might finish it. Using your own workers is a little bit weird. Okay, I'm gonna get the fire station. And we'll have to get some fire trucks. Load any educated workers, be it high or low education, and drop them off over here. And we got the prison. Get a fast truck and a slow, powerful truck. And now the prison. Need a refrigerated truck for that, so they have some meat. I'll buy that next to the border, so it doesn't have to travel that far. I did not choose that color scheme, but okay. I wanted red. Unload meat. Unload meat. And then the prison buses. Just heating plant, nothing else. I think since you're like important and the delivery, the transportation route is not that long, we're also going to do line spacing. Already got 7 prisoners. I could remove the warning messages in Swit Cove by just having an electric substation in the area. We can queue up the vehicle factory with the prison buses so they first fill the heating plant and then the vehicle factory. No, I can't. Prison buses can't go to a vehicle factory. Already thought about that, but they do not work in that building, unfortunately. Otherwise we could have had a lot of workers here. Already had that idea, so we can't do that. Apparently they can't really work with sharp implements, like they might stab each other on the production line or something. What waste do we have here? This is an industry. This would like recycle if I give it a waste storage, right? I think we shall set one up. Heating pipe in the way. Raise the terrain a little bit, thank you. And then plot the waste storage over here. No. The heating pipe needs to be underground. I shouldn't need that large of a waste storage. Yeah, I'm reverting this. We'll have a waste storage over here. This is very large anyway, 52 tons. If the waste starts piling up, we need to make a change before that anyway. Can I raise this terrain? Yes. Cool. I really like the flattening trick, like, oh, there was a little bit of like a heat pipe sticking out and it didn't look right, just flatten all of this area. Sometimes it goes wrong, but most of the time it works really well. And we should see prisoners in here, helping us a lot. So Slopolats shouldn't need any help with heating anymore. And I guess we're gonna go with that concept for the remainder of this run. Each town will get its own small prison, and that is going to be the workforce for the heating plant. And then we can ensure heating where necessary. That will also indirectly help with maybe moving a few more people into the vehicle production line if the heating plant has a sufficient number of workers already. I'm planning beforehand and flattening big areas for my cities, also raise terrains for shorter bridges and highways, looks way cooler as well. Yeah, raising terrain for bridges does help. Similar to this, which we've raised in advance. And now we're going to put a tunnel underneath it. Okay, we have workers here. Might as well start building everything. The electric power connection. We'll need a dump truck for the heating plant. It has to travel quite far, but still should be fine. Not sure if our dump truck got built. It did get built, so we could use that one now. Yes, looks like we cancelled vehicle production right now and are building dump trucks. I mean, that's fine, we need some vehicles for replacement. Just go into the depot and that's fine. So you're gonna have a slightly longer travel distance to the coal pickup. Into the heating plant. But the amount of citizens here should be low enough where that doesn't become a problem. Throughput of coal should not be a concern in this area. I do want to use the incinerator for hazardous waste incineration as well. We can find out the priority which spot gets taken first. That will be the domestic storage, and then the other one will be the import storage. And the waste from the building itself will be picked up by a direct route or a distribution office. How many workdays for the tunnel? Shouldn't be too much, it's a very short one. 3,000. That's okay. That's not a lot of digging, like the building construction can be done with machinery, the paving can be done with machinery, so it's like 1,500 workdays of digging, maybe? I'm carrying a lot of workers here. I like it. Fire safety is ensured. I should also start building the tunnel. I did want to hook it up that way. And the other road, I guess. And I have to take out another loan soon. And we did have to import more vehicles. Vehicle replacements are costing us a lot of money. We're replacing a lot of our old construction vehicles. At least we are getting some materials from them for having them be scrapped. Yeah, a lot of old dump trucks. We're at 10 million rubles in loan owed. Could be better. But if we weren't building, if we weren't buying vehicles, we would be profitable. So right now we're just going to keep going. I want more research. I want the incinerator, because the incinerator is also going to make us money for hazardous waste imports. We're not going to take it to like ridiculous amounts, because they have, as far as I know, changed that a little bit. The price will drop really quickly, so it won't be very profitable for very long. But we can still import some and burn it. Got a road connection set up here. We have to flatten that, that's too steep. That won't do. But yeah, gravel road, doesn't cost us anything. Except a little bit of fuel and the work of the excavator. Digging out the quarried stone, and maybe a workday's worth of crushing the stone into gravel. We'll also have to think about setting up more gas stations here. Once we have electricity in the area, that's going to be a low priority. Replacing the free gas station. This also acts as a turnaround point, I guess. People can turn around here if they want to. Sure. So, we'll be producing some dump trucks. Oh, they're taking very long. 10 times as long as personal vehicles. Well, we have to get one more produced and then we'll switch back to the coupe. Get some more personal vehicles going. I guess we're also building the dump truck in random colors. Also need a school bus route here. Once everything is set up. Microbuses should be enough. Four microbuses. See if we need more or not. Oh no, I already still have microbuses. Why did I buy more? Still have these ones. Anyway, need to remember that. No, I have like 8 microbuses, 4 which are running a fire station route and 4 of them sitting around from a previous fire station route. Are the trucks in here getting repaired now? Yes. Waiting on repairs. Oh, they're doing the industrial machinery. Yes, we need a repair station for the area, especially also for the route from the unnamed town that I didn't drop the name tag down yet. So this town will be called... I also still have a lot of room here for building stuff. We can reach all the way up there. Still have to drop water and sewage also. The town will be called Strakoro. Let's drop water and sewage right now. Now I want to build the residential buildings further away from the heating plant. Change of plans. We're relocating the residential area over here. I want this to be curved. More curve. So we'll have a residential area over here instead. Further away from the eating plant, still within walking distance. Have the fire station here. And see if this area needs to grow a little bit more or not. Maybe this footpath is the wrong choice, because we could have parking lots over here. I guess if I were to say remove this and this and left myself the option here to have a road come out of this, then this could turn around into the parking lot area and we just end the footpath slightly earlier. We'll try that. Then we have the option of having a road here with a parking lot area. Well, I do like the idea of having a double footpath here. I don't know. Like that. And they can cut across here. Okay. I mean, the road with a footpath would also be enough. Just needed to... I mean, the road itself would be enough. Like, they could just walk along the road, but I do like the idea of a footpath, I think. No problem reaching anything. Getting a little bit worried about money. Two prisoner escapes. Government loyalty to 30, please. Boost the security in here. How's the situation with Pidansk? Water supply is no problem, right? Yeah, that's just working very well. Any sewage or water imports / exports? No water. We do have chemicals now, but it's cheaper. And no sewage. Did you know that paying for debts at the beginning is cheaper than at the end? Yes. Because you don't have to pay for... Oh. Wait, what do you mean? Like, if I take out a loan and I repay it instantly, I can pay it back for the same price that I borrowed, because it didn't cost me any interest. If that's what you mean. $2 million debt would cost 30k per month at the beginning, it will cost 60k at the end of the contract? No, I did not know that. I haven't encountered that yet. You sure that's not inflation kicking in? And repay that one. Okay. Oh yeah, no, that one I know. But that's something different, I think. Maybe the interest. No, that can't be used. I don't know. If I take out a loan and repay it instantly, it should be about the same. Like if I take out a loan to pay back this one. I mean, the interest rate is like gradual. It's slowly going up, so we're losing money. I don't know. I'm not gonna think about interest right now. I do need to think about enough workers in the prison. So we don't start having escapes here. That's a lot of prisoners. Do we have a problem with not enough prisons? Maybe we had a problem with that. Also not enough workers in that prison either. I need to keep those prisons staffed. I know I should probably build more buildings here so that we have more workers. I will wait with that though. Yeah, looks like we might need a large prison soon. Also prison escapes over here. I think we definitely can have another building here. Start putting in housing in this area. Low loyalty workers in prisons equals escape. Yeah, I know that, but we didn't have enough workforce. Even with 30% loyalty, we had prisons without escapes. It's just that we are dropping workers. Don't have enough. Prison security. Okay. So the prison issue in Tuscany was definitely caused by not enough workers. We should see fewer escapes now that we have assigned a dedicated building to handle this. Unfortunately, that removes the car owners from the equation again. But more car owners should start showing up in Slobodatsk. As soon as we finish the next truck construction, we're going back to vehicles. I need to stop building at some point. I need to get the incinerator set up with the town here. Get the parking lots set up. The parking lots are going to be like an off-ramp into this area, and then they're going to connect to this road from the incinerator, and then they can choose where they want to drive back. The incinerator accepts a few workers. 20. So we need like parking for like 30 workers, 40 at most. Give some extra space. Three of these would be enough, or 2 large ones. 2 large parking lots. I need to make sure that they are in range. I don't need to make sure that they have electricity. Electricity would be a nice to have. Right, that only seems to work when it's diagonal. We're building the road up here, so we'll have to wait until we can connect it and see if everything is in range to Slobodatsk. Asphalt footpath. Gravel would not be enough, because it only has 420 meters range, but asphalt footpaths will be enough. Don't need the lamps here. They can just walk there without lamps. It's fine. Have to wait until the road finishes. Turn right. Yeah, I guess that'll work. Looks a bit weird. Should work. We have to make sure that everything is in distance of the parking lots from Slopolatsk, so that people can drive here to work. The incinerator won't need a lot of workers, but it will need some. Alternatively, the prison passes will also go here. Remains to be seen. We're almost done with the gravel. Then we can interrupt the construction a little bit to put the road down. See if everything is in range or if we need to make a change. Incinerator park doesn't need to be named anymore. Okay. We'll come back shortly and make that change. That truck is taking a very long time. Here's the list of automatic vehicle replacements. Three vehicle replacements recently, costing us 190,000 rubles. We're out of money. I got interrupted building the drinking water and sewage. And we probably also need a technical service in the area. A free one will handle it if nothing is in range before we have the demand for a larger one. Three kilometers should be enough. 3 kilometers is not enough. It ends at the intersection. Then we'll drop down a free technical service for the time being to deal with water and sewage in the area. I still have 3 free technical services already placed down. I guess we also need garbage collection in the area, and I haven't built any waste storages yet. I think since it's a small town, we're going to use the smaller storages and let a small truck do the deliveries instead. But I do want the large waste storage for the clinic. No, we have to use small storages here. It's fine. Or both, I guess. Water, sewage, And a small waste truck. We're out of food. Well, I do have a water truck here. Good as new. We'll need a new sewage truck. And a waste truck. And we'll copy the tasks over from this technical service for now. We'll probably build a technical service next to the incinerator. And they already started paving. I guess it's fine, I can wait. Parking lots aren't that urgent. Stakoro shall not accept any citizens until we have everything set up and it's not too cold. I guess they know once we drop them in they can start heating right away. But yeah, we need water, sewage, heating, electricity and goods in the shopping center. So that's the minimum we need. Let me take a look. Okay, we're fine. That truck is taking forever. 400 work days left. Very few workers. I should probably start and bring in some imported vehicles to hope having more workers in this area go to the heating plant area. No, we have to wait for producing them. We have to get rid of our loans first before we start importing vehicles right now. I guess we would have made a profit if we didn't have a vehicle replacement this month. Last month. We have to get through some of them. They will become a regular occurrence. Best to get used to them. So the railroad, if it ever comes to fruition, is probably going to go across here, through this area, bridging these roads, but going straight through this one. This is just a service road. And then, I don't know, going around here. So we have, oh yeah, food. Missing crops. Why do we have missing crops? Eastern Resources loads here. Or at least has it assigned. Grain storage into this warehouse. Food factory warehouse Zhezhov, unloading crops. You can load any amount of crops please, not just 50%, and we will disable the exports. if they're still enabled. That should get the food production going again before it becomes an issue. Good early warning system. I guess this one will need a big container unless we get the external waste storage set up. But that, yeah, it might become very busy here. Right. You load anyone who requires an education and bring them to this bus platform. With line spacing enabled and all buses assigned. Let's stop importing bricks again. I really want to change this road. Make this a smoother connection into this. But right now it works, and we have some other priorities that we should work on. Still hope we get those issues fixed with vehicles not repairing. Okay, the new building of course is not in range of a monument, which is unacceptable. Yep, no more escapes anymore. Only the ones from the start of the year. As long as we have enough waters, we should be fine. Some people living directly next to the prison will be good, because they will then have a very short footpath to work. And will reduce the amount of downtime between work sessions even more. Don't have electricity here, but that we can change. Can have multiple substations in the area. And I'm gonna build them a little bit overlapping because electricity consumption might go up over what the underground wires can do. So more than one is fine. We might need another transformer if we keep going like this, but that's also okay. We're working on food. As food gets picked up after it has been made, the warning will trigger until once again we have a sufficient amount of food to stop the warning message from happening. Happiness is still really low in this area. Loyalty is really low in this area, 14%, 22, 26. Well, as long as they're not working in education, it should be fine. And I don't know what's driving down their loyalty. Might be criminality. Or it might just be people being released from prison, I guess. One extra escape this year. For half a year, that's not bad. The occasional escape will happen, but the majority shall not. Okay, we'll have everything in this area. And yeah, we could have more service buildings over here. Another technical service for road clearing. Don't know about another heat exchanger to make this town even larger. All these footpaths with electronics are probably very expensive, but I do like the visual of them. If a vehicle joins this road and wants to just go to the gas station, we should probably allow them to do that without having to enter this main road section. So they don't have to join and then leave again, they can just go, okay, gas station, it's fine. Right, can't remove these snapping points once they're placed. Does that make sense? Then I would also need one here if they want to leave. No, we're gonna leave that be for now. There's not that much traffic that I need to worry about extra lanes, so maybe in the future, but not right now. I really want to know if these parking lots are in range. I'm gonna interrupt road construction for the time being, I want to know. So they can already start rolling this now. And we can check if things are in range. Furthest parking lot is in range, 2.2 kilometers. So we can go ahead and build these. That does not look connected at all. That looks very strange. That looks okay. Had to make this a little bit longer so it could be constructed by machinery. That's why I demolished part of it and rebuilt it. That's a lot of prisoners working in the heating plant, which is good to see. I could make sure that we only use prisoners for the heating plant by cutting off the walking access to this area. Then we would only have prisoners, because no one with a personal vehicle would be able to walk into that area anymore. They would all have to go to the vehicle factory. But better safe, and allowing the occasional worker to walk in, I guess. All of these houses are completely full, which is also very nice. These ones I have no idea. I think like the low quality buildings is not good for the citizens living here if they don't have electronics. They should be fine. Happiness is 60. Could be better. Oh yeah, we're also building these houses. Future prisoner workers. Prison workers, not prisoner workers. That looks like such a strange parking lot, but yep, it is what it is. Could have built it a bit closer, guess 200 meters. I can still do that. We could just rework it and have the parking lot here. But I'm not sure about the parking lots in this area. Maybe some of them will be slightly further away, and then the 200 extra meters will be good to have. Main point right now is getting the incinerator set up with the parking lot area, getting the town set up so we don't have to carry workers here anymore with microbuses, and ensure fire safety in the area and waste incineration for our republic. And hopefully we can make a tiny amount of profit off of that. It's going to be quite far away from the customs house. Yes. Oh yes, we also need the distribution office, I just realized. We'll probably need a distribution office for the waste transportation. Making profit again. Less construction means more profit. Also no vehicle imports helps. We should be making enough food. But let's check. It might be slightly lower because we don't have a sufficient number of workers here. I might have to just replace those buildings with higher quality flats so that population doesn't drop down. Let's check our production for this year. 314 versus consumption, which will be higher because we had 570. Because we had a shortage. Last month, 77 consumed versus 71 produced. So overall, we're slightly slowly dropping food. We need a little bit more production. I think I need better buildings here. Maybe I should go towards prefab panels, like not replace them with the brick flats again, but get some prefab panel buildings going. Okay. Yeah, as long as we are not building too much, we should be fine. Steel expenses are high, but coal exports are very profitable. Almost done rolling this road. Let's check that the dump trucks are set to the right search range. Yes, 3 kilometers. Well, road construction is done. We can set up a one-way road here. All the way to the construction area here. At some point we'll have to set up a bridge. The two-lane road is supposed to go all the way up here, where it takes a right, where one lane will take a right-hand turn, and we have to somehow split this up where these roads turn into like single-lane roads and then make an intersection. I haven't worked that out yet. But yeah, the two-lane road is supposed to go up towards here and then split up. Because I'm not going to make this bridge into a two-lane road, that would be a bit much. Unless I have to. If we have a lot of traffic going that way, where it might make sense, why not? Could still be done. Do we have repairs on these parking lots? No, not right now. Well, we need temporary repairs there, so... need to make sure it's in range and they get assigned until we have a new repair station. That should cover everything we have. I will have to work a bit of overtime with that many repairs piling up. I think a repair station in walking distance of a residential building is probably a better idea. Like if we have one here. If it has electricity, we have a large repair station, could do a lot. I guess it doesn't need electricity. But it should be in walking distance of enough residential buildings, so that we have a sufficient number of workers here. All of them would drive in this way. Maybe I should hook it up to the one-way road to create less traffic issues. And then a warehouse for the materials. I was hoping that I could connect it like here. Building in the way. Wait. It looks like it's trying to connect from a different side. Let's try the warehouse again, see what the connections... No, the connections are fine, it's just too narrow apparently. I guess we could do that. And then still have a footpath go through here. And have a repair station deal with all of the repairs in this area and surrounding places. There is going to be a lot of vehicles here, I assume. Parking lot area can extend a little bit closer to the repair station, but we'll have to extend down further this way. And we still have the option of having more parking in this one. The range to the vehicle factory, 2.5 kilometers, is quite short in this area. I think with the next settlement, instead of pollution reduction and pollution monitoring, maybe I'm going to do the prefab panel buildings and upgrade Zhezhov to better residential buildings. The quality of flat of 65% seems to be too low here. Can't keep the happiness up. 100% wear and tear. 15 years old. It's going to be expensive replacing you so soon. But we did mess up with the repairs a bit. Lots of traffic here. I think we're finally starting to turn this into a one-way road now. To make this into not a four-way junction, but like a T-junction with another exit. There's a lot of traffic coming in from the main road. And this will be a one-way road here. So they have to turn this way. And we basically have a straight route through with two exits. Only 20 tons of steel for that one. Shouldn't be too expensive. Allow vehicles that enter here to drive back out again. Seems like a good idea. As soon as we finished rolling this road. Also need a path across here so they can exit. Can't believe I let you fall apart that much. But with another repair soon enough, we can probably fix you up a bit more. Maybe. I don't think a vehicle repair station makes pollution, right? I already checked that one. It's like a technical service, just exists. Yeah. Well, we're gonna find out. I hope it doesn't. Life expectancy here is very high. If it makes any pollution, we're gonna find out pretty quickly. Parking lot area is now also one way only. Only way to get out of this area is to go through this exit. Which will probably limit their ability to go to areas like Duceni a bit. It's still in range, but it's very close to not being in range. All I want you to do is go to the vehicle plant. Looks like that one's doing building reconstruction very quickly. Finish that dump truck, it's taking ages. Maybe we should build cheaper vehicles right now instead of trying to build the ones that we have. This one takes 73 work days. Do we have one that builds very quickly? Personal vehicle. 42, 45. So these ones would build in half the time, about. For 0.6 tons of steel. These ones would need 50% more steel and almost double the time to build them. I think it's still worth it to have these instead. Motorizing our Republic is very important, but we can't be stingy with what we give them. Otherwise we're gonna have to pay for it with additional maintenance. Still 3 prisoner escapes, not due to volume, just low loyalty still. Can't boost our loyalty any higher than that. And additional constructions mean that our money is going to go back down. Especially the incinerator is going to cost a bit. 150 tons of steel. And once that is running, with hopefully enough workers, or at least some workers, we should be able to recuperate or recoup that those expenses fairly quickly, especially with hazardous waste imports. The storages should not cause any pollution, so only the incineration process will cause some. And I haven't measured it out, but we should be far enough away from our residential area with 1 kilometer. Even when the incineration pollution combines with the heating plant, it should hopefully not cause too many problems here. Yeah, we're not getting any biological waste in there. Because it's part of the citizen waste, not the industrial waste, so we can't filter that out. Which is fine. And the other waste we can't filter out also. Not much else to say. Population is dropping a little bit. In general, last year we had population growth. Even excluding the migrants, we had like 2,210, 2,220 deaths and escapes, but 2,570 new citizens. This year, because of the heating crisis at the start of the year, things are looking a bit different. But for the rest of the year, it's looking okay again. So last month, okay, it's breaking about even. And this month, not yet. Never mind then. Well, yeah, we're dropping population a little bit. Once we have Strakoro set up, the next town will be the meat production plant to make our own meat, and then we have all citizen goods that we're currently giving them produced by ourselves. So citizens do not cost us anything, except for the chemicals for water production. And fabric, I guess. So still some supply chains that we could jump into. In due time. Not right now. Do we have a truck coming in right now? Did I raise the volume again? I don't think I did. No, I like the volume it is right now. Let me know if it's a little bit too quiet for the vehicles, but I think like having the vehicles slightly quieter is actually quite nice because you can still zoom in very closely without it suddenly getting too loud. But maybe now the volume is quieter than the music. That might be missing a bit. Don't see any vehicle right now. There's one. I wonder how far we can see, if we can already see new civilization from the main bridge. Like the major bridge, Carsachstan bridge. Or if we do have to get closer. Can't see anything here yet. Right, let's just take a quick ride over the bridge and see what the electric wires look like. And whatever settlements we are building to the right of it. Yeah, that's still here.
Still gotta get closer. I need to flatten this out. But I can't really flatten for a slope with the tricks that I know. And I don't really want to demolish the road just for that. Until we get towards the area, when we have construction machinery nearby, then it would be done much faster, I guess. Should be close to the bridge, and then just a quick ride over the bridge and at slower speed. It's the closest vehicle we had. Civilization slowly creeping towards the western border, very slowly. And yes, we can see the power poles and the heating plant. And there's going to be a town down here. And an incinerator on that lovely valley. And other than that, there's not much else that changed, I don't think. We got the power pole line along the street. Our heating plant is working much more than before. Yeah, looking pretty good. Can't complain. I think we might be to the point where I will say that we are going to continue this tomorrow though. And then I just remember that tomorrow might not be a day where I can continue it, so it might be on Wednesday. We'll have to see. Maybe I can find some time tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. Depends on how things go. So for now, I will leave you here with us having done a few things. Ensured heating plant safety in Slopolatsk with its own prison. Seems to be working very well for us. If we can centralize our heating and use prison labor to ensure that things are running smoothly, then we shall do so. Building dedicated vehicle repair station here for this area. Don't think this one is covered by that, but we don't have any vehicles parked here except for the technical service, for which we can make sure that the technical service vehicles will be closer towards the incinerator, where the repair station can actually reach. Next time we'll probably set up the incinerator, start importing some hazardous waste and start incinerating our own waste locally, which will give us even more income. 150,000. Sorry, not the wastewater. 63,000 per year. Not that large, but we can add a few imports to drive that profit in a little bit higher. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. That's going to be it for me for now, for today. I wish you all a good start to your week. Take care. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And as always, maybe I'll see you next time.